I want a tarp inside a shelter with another tarp on top of that, just like how I did it in the military, just like how I did it when I was homeless. And once the snow comes, it's just gonna make it better. The design of the tentception concept, right? You want layers upon layers upon layers to trap airspace. And the best way to do that is to make your permanent shelter under your temporary shelter. I'm about 5'7". So 5'7" ends around here. That's where the entrance is gonna be, going that way because there's no wind coming this way. It's the moss on these hills that roll down nicely. If you can get them dry, like under a tree, even better. There's a ton of moss that when you roll it up, it becomes a brick of insulation. So I was just rolling moss downhill and stacking them like bricks to add stabilization, like Quinzhee. So like a winter shelter, which is something that I'm very familiar with. I would feel more comfortable with some walls up. Nice. Coming from a military background that operates in a very cold environment, the environment's very similar to some of the seasons in Quebec, so I know what components and what concepts make really warm and bomb-proof shelters. And I mean that in a very literal sense. That's good for now. So this is my front of the shelter. You guys typically don't see that. That's where the chimney is supposed to be completed. And then there's a little bit of light over there, because that's the doorway. Maybe I can start making the front door. So I feel like it's gonna rain soon, so I'm going to bring some of the boughs inside and kind of finish off the doorway. A little bit of a weaving job. Starting to look like something. Let's see if I lift it up. Stays put. So door is done. I'll keep on adding to it. The raised bed, I just put my ground sheet on top of it because I want to bring the rest of the boughs inside and fill the gap on top of where I'm sleeping, so it has a lot of insulation there. Just hearing little cracks here and there, but it is really windy. Working on the shelter and making it this comfortable just boosted my spirits like crazy, because it's gonna feel like home, it's gonna feel safe, it's gonna be warm. All I really have energy to do today is to finish up the fireplace. One of the reasons why I picked being next to a creek is because I noticed how much rich clay it has. So I'm not hauling clay hundreds of meters, because I've done that. I've hauled like 150, 200 pounds of clay to shelters, and to me, that's not gonna be worth it. I was able to find the proper mixture of dry clay and wet clay to make bricks. And I feel like that shape provided the most stability to stack without just turning to mush. Because if you look at the base, it's just like big puddles of clay because it was too wet. It's great for the base, it's very fireproof, but towards the top end, I really honed down in the sizing and the consistency of the clay. All done. This is like a perfect day for shelter stuff. The sun isn't out, but there's light, there's no rain, it's a little frosty. Keep yourself motivated. My shelter is rocking. Like, I can already see what it's gonna be like once the snow hits, but every little breeze, every little drop of water that's not supposed to be there, kind of feel that and make sure it's not there anymore. Do I have a plan? Nope. But am I gonna improvise and adapt and overcome every day? Yeah, hell yeah, I'm gonna do that. Love working on my shelter. Making a home even more homey, that's just very fun for me. Chalet au moss. Not the most spacious, but very, very functional, warm, awesome fireplace. Extensive menu. Squirrel, grouse, reindeer moss, cranberries, and bunchberries. Seasonal though, so you have to check in with the chef. C'est moi. Boiling moss today, but since you have to boil it several times. Oh yeah, soak it in. I think I might as well use that trash water to freeze up the outside. Hopefully that increases the insulation. I think the Chalet au Moss is finally 360. Iced up. I love this home. It's bed, all the little organizational things that I've been
doing to upgrade this place? A home away from home.